Every night before we do things, I need to endure 40 minutes of Daniel doing Instagram.
I was just having a look at those some good guy jamming his car in park while he's moving at like 50 mile an hour.
That's always ending well.
I would.
Don't know, fueled by Skittles.
Ah! I wouldn't go by the 5-second rule in this garage.
Fine.
What we doing?
I'm not doing body work. Do you know why? Why? I fucking hate body work now. I've had enough of body work.
Still not even there yet. You still got so much work to do.
No, it's not happening. So, previous episode we added ballast to the back. So, we're going to now think about adding more ballast to the back. And one of the key points is the diff.
Oh yeah.
I have two options for the diff. We can use the diff that came out of the original donor. Now that's an open diff, bone stock, but has got polyurethane bushes in it. Or we can look at plan B, backup casing and a torsion that came out the MX-5.
Well, that's got to be better than plan A.
I mean, plan A is an option that we can build on. I didn't think we were going to be putting an open diff in.
No. No, but plan B, who's going to do it, redo it again?
That is a very good point.
Let's just do plan A. No, let's not do plan A. What is life?
I'm catching people up
Where is the diff?
I'm fucking doing it!
This is the one that's open.
Right.
This is the open one. Well, I don't know.
Right, let's just do it the way Daniel wants to do it.
What is this one?
Right, that one down there is the open one. So that's been there since the dawn of time. It's intact, it works, but it's misery. Option B. Right, one torsion. So this is what a torsion looks like. The problem I've got with this, though, is it was in the MX-5 for a number of months, but squeals.
Squeals?
I mean, yeah. So like you're driving along quite the thing, and then it'll just go, and then like change in pitch right down to, and then the minute you stop it goes, and then you drive away and it's fine. Naturally we changed it out for the Fuji and that's never happened again, so there's something wrong with this.
Okay.
Which if we're going to use, we might want to
maybe fix.
Think about, yeah.
Well, it's got to be something that's spinning.
I like the idea of putting a torsion in this because it's a mechanical thing, it's never going to break. And we've got a casing that we can work on as well, but I think before we put any weight in that, we need to see what's wrong with it. So let's get it up in the vise. The backlash isn't offensive.
It's also not a lot of it either.
Yeah. Will we talk about what to look for if you're looking at a diff? Would that be wise?
That's probably a good idea.
So the thing that Daniel just checked there is what's known as backlash. Basically the play between the crown wheel and the pinion. So if you lock the crown wheel off like that, you'll see that there's a wee click. That's not annoying in the slightest. Now there's meant to be a measured amount of that. Obviously thermal expansion, there has to be a clearance between the two, otherwise they'll just glow and die. So I think personally that's probably about right, because that feels like what they should be. So backlash wise, probably not the problem. The crown wheel spins alright. Apart from there.
Did spin alright.
Where it just locks at that bit.
Okay, so that's probably not.
Why is it just locked?
That's probably not.
Is it locked going another way? Can't really see any reason for it though. Is it just dirt? Yeah. There's some crunchy bits in here.
Great.
Well, this wouldn't hurt to have a rinse out and a re-grease.
So where does the noise come from?
My thoughts, right? See the front of this? I think this has got something to do with it. I think that's catching and spinning.
That could probably make a screechy noise.
Yeah, I think that's quite likely. Could be that.
Could make quite a sound, I think.
So I think what I'd quite like to do is get the pinion bolt off, and we'll get a wee look at what this cover's meant to be. The 26. I have a 26. I'm going to try it anyway, right?
Okay.
What's the worst that can happen?
Right, next on Tools and Track, how to remove a very tight rounded bolt.
This is going to need a puller in it.
Give it a tap on the back of it.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon that was it. Great.
I'm guessing that this is meant to be bonded onto...
I'm guessing so. Do you know what we could do?
What?
Let's bond it on, yeah?
I suppose you could.
You feeling that, Lance?
No, not really. But anyway.
I mean, that's all it needs to do is be bonded on there. So let's do that. No?
Should you say so?
Yeah? No? Yeah? Yeah? No? Yeah? No?
Yeah, just do it.
There it will lie, gathering dust until we're ready for it again.
Wait, are we ready for it again?
Well, the thing is, we need to find something to attach that to because it's kind of open at the moment.
Yeah, where
So
is it?
we need to do a casing. As usual, I'll do all the heavy lifting whilst you film from your midget view. That's him holding the camera above his head, by the way. Yeah. Casing. Bonjour. This is a NANB MX5 diff casing.
Just filthy.
Which is filthy, I know, we acknowledge the filth. So we've touched on this before with the MX5, but this is lather, rinse, repeat, except this time we're doing it ourselves. So these are designed to fail, which sounds odd, but it's true. Because this has a PPF that joins the diff to the engine through the gearbox, the whole thing is designed to have a degree of flex, but should that flex become too much, this will shear. Odd? No, not really. Protects every other part of the car by having the casing split here, where it's pre-cut to do so. Great. That's not exactly a feature we want because it's going to be horrible. So our idea, it's not our idea, can't call it our idea.
Well, you can get it somewhere else, but
You can get it from a place that's well known in MX5 circles for doing this service. But I'm not waiting 12 to 16 weeks for it
So
when
get
we
it.
can do it in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this ourselves now that we have the tools. We have the technology, we can rebuild it, we can make it harder, better, faster, stronger. Cut plates and build them in.
Well, we kind of know roughly, obviously, that this is these bits and then round it. The other side's the worst bit. There's a load of bits we need to basically fill in.
All 4 of these I-beam sections need to become not I-beam, so we're going to weld plates in here. But that needs to be clean.
Yes, it does. We need to clean this.
How are we actually going to clean this?
See, to be honest, I think you're going to have to get that mega degreaser out again, aren't you?
So I may have jumped a few steps ahead, but I was bored and had nothing better to do, so we're just gradually building this up. But like, we've built MX5 engines up so many times now that there's no point using time lapse now.
Yes.
Go watch earlier videos. But something has occurred to me. The exhaust will not exit if I don't cut a hole, so we're gonna have to cut a hole. And naturally,
You may or may not have had that bracing missing at the time.
yeah, that could be tight. We're gonna put it on first because I think it needs to go a wee bit further up there, and we might get away with it. Anyway,
We'll find out.
What I've done though is I've taken the exhaust out because I made this during my earlier stages of welding career, right? And I'm expecting a level of criticism.
I immediately tore holes.
What do you hate me for? That is a cat. That's a cat.
Yeah.
A cat is that.
You're gonna have to put. You got a heat shield put around that somewhere. There's one. Okay.
No.
Yeah, but is this not just? Is this? That is
Yeah.
definitely gonna pass though with that cat.
Yeah, I mean that's
thing.
the original cat. So my logic was, well, we'll just wrap it all.
Yeah, and the thing is that's the big cat for the MX-5s, is it not? Is that not?
Yeah,
the big
that's the one that came in the 1992. Well, that came in the 2004.
Yeah,
that was
is
the
that not the really like?
valuable one?
Yeah.
I have no idea. But what we need to do is cut a hole. And naturally, that's giving me the fear because if I bugger that up, the whole side panel's done. And that's going to be a whole thing.
Well, not anymore. We could just weld it back. You can just weld it back up.
It won't warp at all.
Right,
Being
flat.
1 mil thick aluminium. So first steps first, I'm gonna
take
put
the
this
nuts
on
off.
because the beauty was I had a feeling this might be an issue. That's why I've made this detachable. So that will if that goes on right, and this thing isn't a problem, I'm just gonna use a pen around that, mark a hole, find the centre, drill a pilot, and then drill the other bigger hole for here.
Yeah.
And hopefully
That
it'll work.
sounds like a plan.
That's a later job. So we've got a new clutch master cylinder in. I know I've got about 16 of them lying about, and I was like, ooh, we could pick a good one, but it's 15 quid and I just don't want to have to go and do that level of pain again. So buy it new, buy it once, we're done. We also finally have a resolution to clutch line gate, what do we call it that?
After your very, very good measurements.
So it's M10 by 1 to 3/8.
Yes, not 3/16.
Yeah, I might have ordered the previous one as a 3/16.
Micro fitting.
Pretty much injecting fluid and no more. So that wasn't going to work. This one should. Since also doing that, I've ordered a slightly shorter one. And I'll be honest, at 10 inches, I was like, oh, this may be too short, but I've lined it up and it should be good. So I'm going to check these banjo bolts, because we're going banjo on both sides, just to make things a bit easier. And helpfully, I have 2 banjo bolts, and they're not identified. So we'll probably need to check these first before we go wrestling the wrong one into the wrong fitting, which is not with the realms of possibility for me. That's going to make lovely crinkly crackly noises into the mic. Sorry. Daniel's wondering how we press the pedal to bleed the thing, forgetting to work in 4th dimensions.
No, that's still. Oh, great. That was probably necessary.
That was absolutely your lighter, and that's what you get.
Do the thing.
What do you mean do the thing?
Do the.
Oh, I can take this off.
No, it's fine.
It's not even attached.
It's fine.
It is widely known that the clutch bleeding is near on an impossible thing to do in any car. And something tells me a car you build in your shed will be the worst of those examples.
Do you know why it could be more impossible?
Why?
Because you're involved. Why is it that stiff?
Don't know.
Is it the pivot point on the pedal or something?
None of it's changed. Let's try it.
It's very springy, by the way. Like just yeah.
It's the RT,
No, I mean I don't mean spongy. I mean like.
Oh! Oh! No, that makes too much of it.
Pivot the whole car to push the clutch.
Christ. It's just really bloody heavy. To be fair, it's a Land Rover Master Cylinder.
Yeah, but
We'll come back to that, like we come back to everything. You didn't honestly think we were going to put a scabby, horrible diff in after all the other work we've done. This aluminium casing has been vexing me for weeks because I didn't really want to have to do the thing we've done so far, which, as you know, involves many hours of wire brush, stir, horror, misery, and a finish that's still not quite as good as getting a shot blast. Conversely, I didn't want to shot blast this because it's quite an aggressive thing. We do have a polished mating face that needs to hold the front of the diff in, and it's going to destroy lots of things. What we've done is vapor blasting. Now, this has been a bit of a new thing that's popped out in recent years, and it basically uses water with a slurry embedded in it to shot blast as opposed to the dry sort of silica-based stuff. That's quite aggressive. So, what this means is you don't need to strip things off because the vapor side of it means that it doesn't damage rubber seals. I've actually left the shaft seals in here and it's been hit. There's not even a mark on it. Obviously, I think I probably will still change them, but it means that there are things that you don't actually need to worry about removing in order to get the surface finish you want. That's not so important here, but this inlet manifold, which was also the same story, has plastic seals for the mad internal port things. That's been untouched, but all the inside is now clean and we are ready for paint. Now, inlet manifold, painted, built and on, means that we can actually now fire the engine. There's nothing else left to stop me getting that running. So that's a big step forward and we'll get onto that in coming episodes. But what I need to focus on is this adding things to the back, because this is really where the majority of the queue of actions still lives. Next episode, we're going to build this diff up, strengthened, we'll come to that, and get it fitted in the car for good. Then we can look at the tank. Remember the TIG? That's going to have to come into play with the tank. I'll get into that again in more detail later as well. But this is going fast, which is actually good because I've been needing to get focused on this and get it finished. We have set many targets for this car and I've missed every single one of them. But our auto season test is now getting underway for 2024 and I've actually decided, right, first shakedown must be on one of these. So we will be getting this car driving, moving, under its own steam on 4 wheels soon. As in within the next 5 episodes, I think. But way before the 100th episode, this guy gets used in anger. May not be finished, might not be IVA'd, but I want to see how capable this is going to be on a track situation. So that is 2024's target. So stay tuned, like, bell, subscribe, get all of the subs on, hit the bell, all that jazz. Share it, tell everyone, let me have an accountability to this target, and let's see if I can hit it. If you want to support a bit more than that, patreon.com/toolsandtrack supports all of this good stuff. It's also the reason you don't see any ads. You are welcome. And until next weekend, guys, drive safe.